Well, with one of the main 3 down, only 2 more to go. I guess you could say the last person got excommunicated from the game.
But they're never gonna beat us.
On that note, hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In the last episode, we met with X, and she came to an end. And I guess whilst we're going up against the enemy here, well, Bajek, can we just talk about the ending of that fight?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was very milquetoast. Very unamazing, can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I was really surprised on that. And you know what? I guess whilst we're facing a unique monster, I guess now is as good a time as any, because I feel like that is a good transition to something that I want to talk about regarding Origin in terms of like the level design. Can I say, in comparison to Xenoblade 1 and 2, I'm not really blown away by the place.
Yeah.
Can I say? Okay, let me explain. Okay, without even thinking about it, the final part of Xenoblade 1, is there any, like, architecture or any level design that sticks out to you that you can immediately think of in your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, go on, explain.
The Bionicent here.
well, yes. Well, no, but I mean, like, the final part.
The arenas, the church with the bell.
The throne room, the kitchen, the elevators, the side paths with the fountains in which literal clones come out of portals, the massive dragon heads, the bridges with a lot of fights. Xenoblade 2, I could think of Elysium, I could think of the space station, and for as small and brief as it was, I remember the hangar, I remember the awesome views you see about space and the world being blown to bits by all of the ions.
The remnants of Torna.
Yeah. What's been memorable about this place?
True, huh?
We did platforming on a turbine once.
Yeah?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love how it looks. I love the lighting of this area, but none of the level design really gels with me, so to speak. And for me, I feel that's kind of a shame. Now, granted, if you want to go on, like, theming, for example, let's look at Prison Island. For example, that was the architecture of a madman. That was the final boss's ideal place that he wanted to create and whatnot. Elysium, that was by, again, Klaus's design for the benefit of humanity, and you got to see the ruins. The idea of Origin is that it wasn't meant to look pretty, it was just meant to be practical and whatnot, and I get that. But for like a final rush of a JRPG, or assuming it's the final part of a JRPG, you would kind of want a bit of gravitas.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And even then, I say that as I'm liking the unique monster here, a lot of the enemy types haven't been that varied. I would have honestly loved it if it was like robotic, chaotic, foggy versions of all of the enemies that we have come to fight. So we could, learn from the journey we've taken. Have like a Robo-Brog, a Robo-Bunnet, a Robo-Dragon, why not? Go nuts! But it's just been the same statues, the same Vangs, and the same spider bots.
Yeah, and also something I want to add is, like, the narrative in this part. It feels a bit rushed to me, because we came here, we fought N, we fought X, and now we're about to fight Z. I really hope that there will be like a plot twist or some major setback. I hope it's not just one boss to the other with nothing else in between.
I mean, but you're forgetting, we still have one Consul apart from Z who we need to, assumedly confront.
I know, but I worry it's just gonna be like X is like gonna die off screen pretty much.
Well, not really off screen, just like, hey, I'm a Consul who's been like a major sticking point, and I'm just gonna go out like nothing.
Yeah, because I just like compare like this type of thing to the first game and the second game, because you had so much going on in the first game, and then in the second game, a lot happened between the bottom to the top of the world tree.
I don't know. It's mixed feelings so far. And I'm happy to have my mind changed because, again, the game, it ain't over yet, so who knows. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Do you feel somewhat similar to us? Do you feel like this is a good part of the game? Again, as always, love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, this guy died.
Is nobody gonna praise me?
We'd be lost without you, Uni.
Liberation arrow!
Thanks, Juniper.
You have
I was going to give you a bit of a gravitas intro, but you know, hey-ho. Say it outright. Either way, another wolf, another beast felled, and I got a great hunter to make mincemeat out of it, I suppose? No. Either way, we have done a few things off screen. For one thing, Juniper is in, Izuru is out, and Mio has changed classes to the Gondor beatdown. So, with that, let's mosey on. Again, the skyline and the fog of this place, really nice, really captures the gloominess of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, they found us.
With the same enemy types and the same architecture and the same, like, look the place. It really doesn't stand out pretty much.
No.
Also, you're going to walk past the chest. That's a play.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
I'm not going to lie. I probably said Armu and I got a bit twitchy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god. The secret to the Armu quest was in here all along.
Shall we deal with this?
Game, I don't think you have a choice in the matter. And here's the thing, and I hate to hop on about this because, again, I'm not a game designer, never claimed to be, but it really doesn't help with the fact that it sort of shoehorns you in fighting the same enemies over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm really glad we turned off hard mode, because imagine having all this on hard mode.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, it's difficulty for the sake of difficulty. If we were, say, like, fighting different enemies and having to change our fight styles constantly because different strengths and weaknesses constantly being changed, then hell yeah, I'd love that. But it's the same enemies. Oh no, but again though, this isn't like a new thing, because we have talked about how we wish there was a lot more enemy variety in this game. So, it really is a shame because Xenoblade has a lot of enemy types to work with.
Yeah, like the amount of fossils we see, I mean, we could have just kept those things alive. Like, we could have fought tortas and everything.
Yeah, I know, it would have been a fun time. I mean, hell, I wouldn't even mind, like, having something as silly as having, like, robo-turkeys in, like, a random door.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's turn up the pressure.
Well, well, well.
What kind of place is this? Why?
Warm welcomes to you, Ouroboros. Long have I waited.
Mimi. We'll end it here.
Welcome. Let us verify the truth of this.
Yeah, like, no conversation, no, like, why did you choose Zed? You know, why the flame clocks?
Yeah, because at this point in the game, I'm hoping to get more context on, like the beginning of the game, like everything stopping and the Mobius as well.
And here's the one thing that I don't want to do, because I have to assume like some kind of information is coming, but I don't want it to be just Zed for 20 minutes saying exposition, 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 exposition on this character, exposition of this character, even though you could have talked to this character and they themselves could have give the little bit of exposition here and there. I'm just gonna dump it all on you for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly why I mentioned in the beginning. It's like, with that concept in mind, I worry that this is a bit rushed, and I don't want to have to say that.
I know, because at least, I mean, to be fair, it's really hard to say. Because I feel like Xenoblade 2 had that somewhat, in which character at the very end of the game, like, expositioned a lot of how the world came to be in, like, what, a long cutscene. But at least that had gravitas to it, that gave you everything in a very concise and simple manner. I don't know, man. We've got the how. I've definitely been given the how. It's just the why, dare I say, has been left very vague, and I don't know if I dig it.
At least one thing I could say in a positive is that we're finally fighting Y on screen.
Yes, yes, definitely. And you know what, and I don't know why, not seeing every Consul's face, that sort of bugged me. But just him be like, hi, I'm Mobius already.
Yeah.
No, like, transforming, no, like, epic speech, just, hi.
At least X did that.
I kind of agree. Maybe, you never know, maybe this is a result of what happened during pre-release.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think we've mentioned this a lot, but I feel like we might as well say it now. Xenoblade 3 was pushed forward in terms of release date. It was meant to come out in September, but it got pushed forward to July. I think these lack of cutscenes are a product of that.
Yeah, maybe, like, because even coming into seeing Y, it's like, talk fight. Just how rushed it is yeah.
Yeah. And again, I know a cutscene and a lot of things, it takes a lot more than a couple of months to write up, to get approval, and then execute, and then test and whatnot. But I have to imagine that maybe that during release, like, the cutscenes were scrapped. You never know. I would love to see, like, a bunch of things that got left on the cutting room floor of Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I mean, we have talked about things that got left out of Xenoblade 1 and 2, but I feel like the list of things that might have been left out here, man, I'd love to see that. There's probably a lot. Anyway, a Mobius fight's a Mobius fight, so let's do it. You still talking? My god.
Will of you, Mobius, will be broken. We will break it.
I wish we had subtitles.
Yeah.
I wish we had subtitles. But verily, the time draws near, methinks. Just like X, she does not have much time to live. Or say anything, for that matter.
At least X had a chance to scream.
Yeah. But, looks like we're still not done. So what do you think? Shall we end? Okay, guys, next time, will this be the end? Will this be the beginning of the end? Who knows? Until next time, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.